everyone and welcome to another YouTube video. Today is a very raw and chaotic video of me creating my content calendar for June. It's very honest and it's also, I'm trying to find the balance between what's working on social media while also doing what I love and reviewing the content that I've really enjoyed making lately. And also I know that I'm an artist, so I should be thinking about things like content, but sometimes thinking about things this way really helps me stay consistent and batch create so that I can focus on bigger projects and have things go out when I'm on holiday and things like that. Before we get into it, I want to say a huge thank you to my patrons who support me and my work. You can become a patron for just £1 a month. All the information will be in the description. I release lots and lots of bonus goodies over on there, so definitely go check it out. Also, if you're struggling with social media, I have loads of stuff on Patreon to help with social media, so I'll leave all the links to those below. I also have a social media workbook that I made just for people trying to figure out what their content pillars are and try and create a content plan that feels right for them. And let's get right on into this video. Hello everyone, I am gonna make my content plan today, but first I need to plug my phone in because it's got low battery and I want to have a pop. I want to have a Coke. Well, it's not Coke, it's like an Aldi Coke that I'm stealing from my boyfriend. I don't think he'll mind. Okay, so we are currently in my content hub. This has worked for me before, but currently I think this isn't working for me. So I also have, so my content hub will include all social media and my Patreon and newsletter, just like all content that needs to be going out. So I typically use the default view, and at the beginning of January I tried to plan for the whole year, and like most plans that are new for me anyway, I have to really use it over time, and then over time I kind of like tweak it, find out what's working, find out what's not working. And this list for the whole year was kind of copying Sarah Dietschy. I'll leave her Notion tool below, which I thought was amazing. But it just doesn't work for me. Seeing all the stuff that has been done, I know I could probably get rid of it, but just it's very difficult for me because I guess because I have dyslexia and I'm neurodivergent. I feel like it's really important to learn what everyone else is doing, but there comes a point where you have to kind of like do what works for you. So I think this is what this video is really about, I think, is looking at what I've done and updating it. I think what I want to be using from now on is the kind of calendar view. One of the things I have been scheduling in advance and have been planning in advance has been my podcast. So every month, every first of the month, I release a free episode of my Going Places podcast, which started on Patreon, and I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed having here podcast. If I click podcast here, I'll see all of the episodes, and so I was able to plan and keep up to date with that, and I really enjoy that. I think being able to have a long list and then as I'm working on something, filter it down. I'm really enjoying, I think for the month of June, I think I'll be focusing on TikToks, like how-tos and like top tips. I feel like those that kind of style is what I'm really enjoying, and like finding my own niche in, if that makes sense. But then I also flip and flop between like, should I show my face? Should I show my life? But I really don't know if I should just stick with the animations and just post once a day. What do I definitely want to do this month? And I'm going away this month as well, so I need to plan for that. Shit. When is the moon? There is a moon, full moon, June. Tuesday the 14th. I definitely know that I am doing a moon rituals. I've already done that. That has to go out. In progress. Okay. Oh, I feel like this is gonna be such a long, rambly video. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in my calendar what I 100% want to be doing, and then put in dates for the things I've already made. So I've done full moon ritual ideas. I've got meditation for beginners. Could it be every, funny thing it is like every Tuesday I want to be sharing Patreon, but maybe it's just whether I should move my Patreon day to Monday. Okay, I'm just gonna put stuff in. I'm just gonna put stuff in, and then we can always move things around. Okay, so I've also got meditation for beginners. Maybe I could put this moon rituals to the Monday. I'm gonna get rid of these affirmations, I think. Delete. I want to be consistent. Also, I do have a social media workbook. So if you're all struggling with social media, sign up to my Patreon, or you can buy the workbook from my shop. The link will be in the description for more information on that. I feel like I have a really clear kind of vision of how I want to use my social medias moving forward, but I definitely do go back to that workbook when I am feeling all over the place. Just trying to remember what my thoughts were, but on TikTok, really enjoying posting how-to tips and animations. Instagram, I want to be posting at least 3 posts a week. I feel like that's so hard to do while also trying to post so much on TikTok. Newsletter has to go out, and then Patreon. YouTube as well. And I think with YouTube, what I've read is maybe trying to do post like videos that are searchable, so like answering people's questions that they're searching in YouTube. So that is a direction I'm trying to go in with YouTube. So searchable content, aka Notion, organization, and all that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm feeling really lost with YouTube, but the idea that I can make stuff that is actually going to help, I find really exciting. I'm enjoying doing the red flags on TikTok, little red flags animation, because I feel like things like that are great for series and kind of like never endless, and also I find really informative. I love the idea on TikTok of becoming like a resource. I don't know if that's the right word. But I also, things I'm not enjoying but I know I have to do, is promote shop. And I used to do it every Friday. I used to promote my shop every Friday. So I need to do that. And I think the best way to do that is just batch create. And then I'm like, I haven't actually done a shop update in so long. I have a new social media to add. Perfect. So one thing I could do right now is I could scroll through my Instagram, and TikTok and see what would be suitable and what can I share. Select an option or create one. How do I create one? Oh, I guess I just type it in. The thing is on LinkedIn, how do you even spell it? Yeah, add me on LinkedIn. Never thought I'd say that, but I feel like a lot of interesting people and artists are using LinkedIn, and it excites me. Obviously it has to be blue because LinkedIn is blue. Or it might just be the round dot, or it could be a square. I feel like LinkedIn is such a square. Oh, that makes sense. A red dot. Maybe I feel like maybe all my social medias should just be hearts, right? Would that look better? This is the thing as well, I think, being with my mind, I feel like making things look aesthetic is the only way that I can keep persistent. And it doesn't mean my stuff isn't as aesthetically pleasing as a lot of the stuff on YouTube. Like a lot of people's notions are just stunning. What did we say YouTube was again? It was a red hat, wasn't it? But adding those little emojis, adding that a little bit fun. Like I know that a lot of people, my friends that have ADHD, they have to have fun doing things. That's the only way they can actually do it. I feel like that makes complete sense to me, because I feel like having Notion and being able to add the little emojis and little pieces of colour to like colour code things. Again, I'm not perfect and I'm not out here trying to make the most beautiful, like perfect, pristine planning method, but the little emojis and colours, I feel like it excites me and makes me want to plan. And I feel like whatever helps you get there, you know, is great. And that's why I love Notion, because of all the emojis. I think that just adds a little bit of like, I don't know, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Adds a bit of fun, you know? Associate your own visual key for it. How TikTok for me was the black heart. I was like, of course it's the black heart, like that makes sense to me in my mind, you know? I'm gonna change all my little keys to hearts, I think. I kind of like that, that's cute. I'm gonna try and speed up, and if I have a thought that I think is interesting anyway, I'll come back on. Hey guys, it is the next day. Here is my current content calendar and what it's looking like. How do I feel about this? I feel like scared for some reason. No, I think it's because what I talked about last night about the idea of having to decide now everything that's coming out for the whole month. Even I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the content. Also, I haven't made it, and I also want to make sure that I am hitting all of the things I need to hit in terms of like talking about the things I really want to talk about. I've also put in for Wednesday just period on Instagram, because I really want to repurpose things from my book in a new way, and that's something I've been putting in the back of my mind for so long. But then I'm like, on Wednesdays I try to talk about client work. So now I'm thinking maybe I need to change that. There's so much thinking that can go into planning that it can be like actually a lot of more effort than it's like distributed in the wrong place. I think now I really have to focus on the creation and like getting all this stuff. And I'm going away from the 20th to the 24th. So what I might do is, I think for the rest of the day, I'm going to try and get as many of these things done. I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I feel like it's like when you furnish an apartment, like you kind of don't know how you're going to use the space until you start like living in the space. And so that's how I'm approaching this moving forward. I feel like this is like a to be continued. So let me know if you want me to do this kind of video again. And again, nothing is set in stone. I can move things around if something comes up. Like that was so useful as last week I went to a funeral and lost a family member, and just to open up my calendar and just move things around so that I could take some time off. I think this is good. I've got something for every day. I've got something every day for the 1st of July. I feel a little bit overwhelmed. So that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, please let me know if you want me to do my next month when the time comes for planning the next month. And let's see how this month goes. I do think I've probably overplanned, but I'm gonna try and batch create things, so I might have some left over, I'm hoping. I'm already a few days past this actual filming of this, and I'm already slightly going off plan, but you know what? Sometimes you have to start with a plan and then go off plan. But I hope that this video made sense because it was so all over the place. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.